Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Kilmer Court here on the campus of Snyder High School. And we got a little interconference matchup for you tonight between the homestanding Snyder Panthers and the visitors from Huntington North. The Vikings out of the Northeast 8 Conference come to SAC territory here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is the season opener for the Huntington North Vikings and the first game under new head coach Gary Andrews. Gary Andrews takes over for former head coach Matt Hines, who had built up a pretty good program in his time at Huntington North, but Hines no longer the head coach, and Andrews steps in after a great career that he's had, multiple state championships when he coached the girls team at Bishop Lures, and he also led the Northside Legends to a pretty successful run. Now, the first couple of years at Northside, they won a combined total of 3 games, but Andrews was able to build up that program to where they were winning sectional championships. They actually won back-to-back sectional championships. And they were putting winning teams on the floor and putting great athletes on the floor. Those great athletes included the likes of Jackson Fugate, who's now at Indiana Tech. Also Eugene Young Jr., and you also think about Breonte Johnson, who's now playing football at Notre Dame, and he had a great career playing football at Northside as a wide receiver and then as a defensive back as well. And he is a DB on Notre Dame's roster. But this Huntington North girls team is looking to improve off of last year's season. It wasn't really a bad season for Huntington North, but probably not the kind of season that they would have wanted. The Vikings went 14-10 overall, and that was after they lost their first 4 games. One of those games was a home game against these Snyder Panthers, and Snyder had a bit of a down year last year compared to what they've been used to. More on that coming up later. But that was a 51-40 loss for Huntington North, and then they proceeded to lose their next 3, which of course included a road game against Warsaw, and we know how good the Tigers are. They beat them 69-27. But then Huntington North seemed to get it going 5 games into the season, started with a win against Southside, and they ended up finishing 14-10 overall, 4-3 in conference play, including going on the road and getting a road win against the Wayne Generals, a game that started out with the Generals having a pretty good lead, but Huntington North came all the way back and not only won the game, won it handily. 71-44 was the final there. That was just one of those games where it showed you that Huntington North was not going to quit, and you would think that they're the same kind of team this year, going to be the same kind of team this year under head coach Gary Andrews. Head coach Gary Andrews did say that they plan to play a little up-tempo. Now, those weren't his exact words, but what he did say was, offensively, we want to fast break and move the ball to get a great shot every possession. So they're going to be a lot to handle if they can do that effectively, Huntington North, that is. And they do have some players who can score the basketball, particularly Lucy Reich, a girl who showed a lot of promise as a freshman last year. She is back, and Coach Andrews has said that she's been practicing very well, and he thinks that she can have a good year for the Vikings this year. As for the Snyder Panthers, well, they certainly present some challenges for just about anybody, and we'll talk about them coming up. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Right now, let's get a word in from our friends at Parkview Sports Medicine and their therapist, Sean Corcoran.
McCourt from the PSM Sports Therapy, and I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.
Well, we're back here at Kilmer Court on the campus of Snyder High School. Snyder is used to being successful in girls basketball. That started when Akilah Sims took over the program. It was a program that had back-to-back losing seasons, but Akilah had a great freshman class at the time. That included, of course, the likes of Jordan Poole and Nene Donahue. And, of course, Jordan and Nene went on to be great teammates together. They'd been playing together since they were kids. In fact, they're cousins with each other. But their talent and their chemistry continue to play out over the course of their high school careers, and they had back-to-back 20-plus win seasons. That included the time that Akilah Sims left to take a college coaching job, and Reggie Tharp took over as the head coach. Tharp now in his 4th year as the Spartans' head coach going into this season. And you think about 2 years ago where Snyder was in girls basketball, this was a team that was certainly one of the best in the state. They would have been up there with the likes of, Warsaw and Northridge and Homestead. They actually beat Homestead on the road 2 years ago and beat Northridge here at Kilmer. So this was a Snyder team that was capable of winning a whole lot of games and winning big games in the process. And one of the big reasons is because they can put pressure on you. Snyder plays a lot of full-court pressure, and if the full-court pressure doesn't beat you, they can get back on defense and force turnovers in the half-court game. I talked about how Gary Andrews and these Huntington North Vikings want a fast break and move the ball to create good shots every possession. Well, those are good things to do, but if Snyder can be on their game with their pressure defense, you may have a hard time doing that. And Snyder is going to try to force you to turn the ball over. And even if you get across the timeline, they're going to continue to play great defense and try to force you to turn the ball over. They've been successful at that even last year when they went 13-12. Yes, last year was a bit of a down year for Snyder, but one of the players that they do have back is Janaea Cooper. Janaea Cooper was averaging double figures last year as a freshman, and it would seem that nothing's changed. So far this season, she's averaged 14 points per game on the season, but she's getting some help. Izzy Ecke, as I recall, a transfer in from Bishop Dwenger, is averaging 13 points per game, and we are seeing some improvement from a couple of sophomores. Maddie White was not a frequently used player last year. She's now averaging 6.7 points per game. Mackenzie Carter, she's averaging 9.3 points per game. Compare that to where she was averaging 1.9 points per game. So you are starting to see these youngsters take some strides from their freshman year to their sophomore year. And, of course, we saw Janaea Cooper seem like she was right at home on the floor last year as a freshman. So far, so good this year as a sophomore. And, again, Carter and Cooper seem to be filling their roles quite well as sophomores and growing in the culture of Snyder basketball. It's time to now get some words in from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we're able to do all the games we do on SummitCitySports.com. That includes Big Eyed Fish. They've been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you to find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. And today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Follow us on X at 260sports. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. You can watch our games on our YouTube channel. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Some of the games that we'll be checking on throughout the evening include the likes of Blackhawk Christian versus Eastside. That's a really good program that Mike Lordy has built over there at Eastside. And Steph Gongower has put some quality teams on the floor and 3 sectional championships in her time at Blackhawk Christian. Belmont's a very good program led by Andy Heim. They're coming off an NE8 championship last year. They're at Concordia tonight. And, of course, the game of the night, if you will, Warsaw versus Northrop. Warsaw already 2-0. Northrop's playing their home opener. But this game's a big game in its own right. Snyder battled with Warsaw earlier this year. More on that later. We've got the national anthem coming up here. We'll take a break and be back in a minute.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, with that, we will now turn it over to our PA announcer as she introduces the starting lineups. First for the Huntington North Vikings.
First for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Huntington North Lady Vikings. Starting at one guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 10, Lucy Wright. At forward, a 5'9" freshman, number 11, Kendall DeHaven. At another guard, a 5'7" junior, number 12, Riley Wilson. At forward, a 5'11" freshman, wearing number 14, Ruby Grog. Rounding out the lineup, a 5'7" sophomore, number 21, Addie Richardson. Huntington North Lady Vikings are coached by Gary Andrews, assisted by Joe Grog, Cassie Patton, and Tammy Arnold. And now let's meet the home team on the scoreboard, the Snyder Lady Panthers. At one guard, a 5'1" junior, wearing number 1, Miley Hurst. At another guard, a 5'6" junior, wearing number 2, Brooklyn Robinson. At another guard, a 5'8" sophomore, wearing number 11, Mackenzie Carter. At forward, a 5'9" junior, wearing number 23, Izzy Ake. And at center, a 5'9" junior, wearing number 32, Blair Rock. The Snyder Lady Panthers are coached by Reggie Tharp, assisted by Angie Eaton, Armando Hopkins, Leslie Jackson, and Shiara Hitchcock. Good luck to those teams.
So that's interesting. Janaea Cooper not in the starting lineup tonight. The outstanding freshman a year ago, now sophomore, leading the team in scoring. And I think I see her there in street clothes, so it looks like she's not going to be playing tonight. That's a key piece missing for the Lady Panthers. It'll be Izzy Eke and Ruby Grog to tip off at midcourt. Eke for the Panthers and Grog for the Vikings. Grog wins the tip into the hands of Lucy Reich, and we're underway from Kilmer. Riley Wilson guarded by Miley Hurst. Hurst is 5'1", but she plays with a quick motor. Cross-court pass, that's Addie Richardson, too strong. And that's Mackenzie Carter with the rebound. And Hurst swings it across the court. Back outside, that ball gets loose, and Hurst will chase it down. Hurst directs traffic. 2-3 zone to start out for Gary Andrews' Vikings. And he had said coming into this game that we're going to use a mix of different defenses. Eke a little long on the 3 ball, and the Vikings come away with it. That was Kendall DeHaven. DeHaven wearing number 11. She's listed as number 33, but not wearing that number tonight. That's Grog with a catch-and-shoot three. It won't fall. Eke with the rebound for Snyder. Hurst, the drive through the paint, blocked, but a foul. So Miley Hurst will go to the line. Addie Richardson called for the foul.
Teams first, going to the free throw line, shooting two, number 1, Hurst.
And Miley Hurst will go to the charity stripe. She is able to knock down the first one.
Free throw is good.
Hurst has not been a frequent scorer so far in her high school career, but she is someone who plays very quick. She goes 1 for 2, and that apparently did not hit the rim. Went out of bounds anyway. Hurst on the season shooting 67% from the free throw line. Now coming into this game, I'm seeing that she's only 2 for 3. Whistles blow on the drive by Lucy Reich. And I think they're going to get Robinson for that foul. So each team has a foul early on in this ball game.
Number 2, Brooklyn Robinson, her first, team's first.
That one was a non-shooting foul, so Reich will inbound from the baseline. Quick inbound. Blocked by Eke. Grog gets the offensive board to keep things alive. And that's going to be a foul on Robinson. Well, you're seeing the scrappiness of the Snyder Panthers, but that time it cost them as Robinson commits the foul. Gracie Smith, number 4, will check into the game for Snyder. Again, it does look like they're playing without Janaea Cooper. She's not starting, and I thought I saw her in street clothes on the sideline. Little spin move. Traveling is called. I think that's Emma Richard who turned it over. It's going to go back to the Panthers. Miley Hurst will come across the timeline for Snyder. 1-0 so far. Just a single free throw. Extra pass. Corner 3. Carter too strong. Claire Roth unable to chase down the board, and here comes number 12, Riley Wilson. Reich down the baseline, draws a double team. A wide open. Wilson didn't get the shot up. She gets the shot up inside and scores, and she's going to the line. Riley Wilson gets the first make from the field as Eke commits the foul.
Shooting one because the bucket was good. Number 12, Riley Wilson.
That's the third team foul on Snyder already. Again, not having Cooper is a big piece out of the lineup, but Eke with the board. She committed the foul, but she atones for it with the rebound. A catch-and-shoot 3. Carter splashes it home. Carter's improved to 9.7 points per game on the year, thereabouts. And she gets the Panthers' first field goal. Catch-and-shoot 3. Grog, short, offensive board. Reich can't put it in, but she's fouled.
Fouls on number 23,
Izzy Eke already with her second personal of the game, so the next Snyder foul will put Huntington North into the double bonus. And Reich, a successful season as a freshman last year, gets that one to go.
Number 22, Maddie White.
Maddie White has checked in for Snyder. Reich goes 2 for 2. And the Vikings have tied this game.
All tied up, 4-4.
Miley Hurst across the timeline for Snyder. Robinson, or rather Smith, was thinking about a catch-and-shoot 3 there. Eke fouled on the interior.
Fouls on number 14, Ruby Grog. Her first, team second. Going to the free throw line, shooting 2.
Ruby Grog called for the foul, just the second team foul against Huntington North. Snyder's already committed 4 as Maddie White gets the Panthers back on top. Maddie White, a sophomore, averaging over 6 points per game. She started to step up her game. She stands in at 5'8". This is a This is a guard, but she's got the size that she could play down low on a consistent basis. She goes 2 for 2 there, and here's some of that Snyder pressure. Miley Hurst applying some of it, along with White. Wilson gets the ball across the timeline. That's a tough catch by Grog. She almost turns it over. It is a jump ball, and I believe the arrow is going to give it to Snyder.
Jump ball, possession, Snyder.
Panthers take over up by 2. Each team has just one make from the field. Snyder's make was a 3-ball. And it was Mackenzie Carter who just passed the ball off to Hurst, who knocked down that 3. Hurst couldn't hit the floater. A little behind the back dribble by Grog. Check that. That's Reich. Lucy Reich, and she runs into Miley Hurst. That's a jump ball. This time the Vikings will keep the possession. So far the Vikings don't seem to have been all that affected by the pressure of Snyder, as Jada Sims, a 5'10 sophomore small forward, checks into the game. Now, at 5'10 in girls basketball, it's the size of what you would call a power forward, but she's listed as a small forward. Reich with a little spin move. Pull-up jumper won't fall, and Gracie Smith has it. Smith looking to get out and run. 1-on-3. Smith left it short. Battle for the ball, and I think we're going to get a foul. And if it's on Snyder, and if it's a loose ball foul, it would mean free throws. They're about to announce Maddie White as being called for the foul. And it was on White, so this is going to be free throws for Huntington North.
Number 11, Kendall DeHaven going to the free throw
Kendall
line.
DeHaven will go to the free throw line for Huntington North. A little short on that first one. Again, this is the first game of the season for Huntington North. Was not able to find their stats on Max Preps from a year ago. DeHaven, second free throw, she makes it, but it's not going to count. We're going to get a lane violation against Huntington North. So the basket comes off the board. In fact, it never goes on the board. Miley Hurst will come across the timeline for Snyder. There's that 2-3 zone. Huntington North has used a lot of that. Maddie White couldn't handle it. She took that to the deck. They did not call traveling. This is a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with Snyder. It sure looked like White took that ball to the deck. And if you do that, it is traveling.
For the Lady Vikings, number 34, Claire Schaefer.
Claire Schaefer, the center, has checked in for the Vikings as Hurst swings that one over to Smith. Extra pass, Carter. White backing in, too strong. Offensive board, Sims. And it's a foul on Snyder. And if that's an offensive foul, it's just going to be Huntington North ball. No, check that, jump ball. Already 16 fouls against the Panthers here in quarter number 1. Crossover dribble, Wilson. Little spin move. That's Doyle. Or check that, it's Richardson. Addie Richardson, and we're going to get a foul against Huntington North.
Foul on number 21, Addie Richardson.
It is on Addie Richardson. That's the third team foul against Huntington North, and Richardson already has 2 fouls. Ella Doyle is checked in, and I think they said number 9, so we'll have to pay attention to that because Doyle's listed as number 24 on the roster. Loose ball, that goes off the hands of White. She's able to recover. Sims backing in, and she's going to draw a jump ball, and this time the arrow will stay with Snyder. Got a low-scoring game here, and over at Blackhawk Christian, not too far from here, it's also low-scoring. Eastside's up 6-3 over the Braves. Hurst to inbound, just does get it into Jada Sims. A catch and shoot. Carter in and out. She's got the only Snyder field goal in this game, and try as she might, Gracie Smith couldn't save that ball. Each team has just one made shot from the field, but Snyder will set up their press. Stolen away by Hurst right off the inbound, but she can't finish. She swats the ball out of bounds. That's off Snyder. That was great hustle by Miley Hurst. Unfortunately, the hustle was to no avail as Snyder again sets up their press, so we'll keep it right here. Long inbound, and Reich makes the catch. She goes behind the back, swings it to Grog, and Grog's going to be called for traveling. Well, before this next inbound, we'll show you our latest replay, and this is the play by Miley Hurst. I think you'll see it here in just a second. Yeah, great steal off the inbound by Hurst. Unfortunately, not able to score the basketball. Scoring the basketball has been a challenge for both these teams so far. Extra pass. Carter from the corner. Got it again! Mackenzie Carter, her second triple.
Mackenzie Carter.
She's averaging 9 points per game this season. Jackie Allette will hand that one off, and here's Grog. Back outside to Allette. Shot fake. Wilson with the kick. Snyder in a man-to-man defense here. They'll play some man as well as zone. Traveling is called. I believe that's back-to-back traveling calls against the Vikings, and the Panthers will take over. Warsaw and Northrop, meanwhile, are underway. That game is scoreless. Here at Kilmer, it's a 9-4 Snyder lead as Huntington North keeps this 2-3 zone intact. Extra pass to Sims. Back to Sims, and she missed it, but she's fouled. Tried a little give-and-go action there, but Sims couldn't put it home. She will go to the line, though. Ruby Grog called for the foul. It's her second.
Number 30, Sims.
So Snyder's committed 6 team fouls, at least by my count. Huntington North has now committed 4. Sims a little long on that first free throw.
For the Huntington North Lady Vikings, number 11, Kendall DeHaven.
Kendall DeHaven will check in. Missed them both, but an offensive board. Count the basket, and one. Maddie White.
That was on number 34, Claire Schaefer.
Claire Schaefer called for the foul, and Maddie White can make it an and one.
Going to the free throw line, trying to finish the and one.
Just 3 field goals for the Panthers, only 1 for the Vikings with 2 minutes left in quarter number 1. That rims out. Free throws have been hard to come by so far. Jackie Ellett across the timeline. Loose ball, out of bounds, off the Vikings. Off of Lucy Reich. And the Panthers will take over. 1:53 left in quarter number 1. We'll have plenty more basketball coming up this week, including the Snyder Panthers next game, which will be right back here at Kilmer against Bishop Dwenger on Saturday. We'll have Northrop taking on Concordia on Friday. Carter for 3, no. Offensive board, it's Hurst. Hurst will drive, finds White. She's triple teamed and gets it out to Carter. Carter to the basket, got it to drop.
Basket is good, number 11, Mackenzie Carter.
Mackenzie Carter gets it to fall. She's already got 8 points in the game as Reich tries to protect the ball. That's going to be a jump ball. The arrow will keep it with Huntington North.
Jump ball, possession arrow, stay with Huntington.
Inbound goes to Jackie Ellett. Schaefer comes to set a screen. Little screen and roll action here. Reggie Tharp trying to make sure his girls are in the right place defending those on-ball screens. Down to 54 seconds. Here's Ellett. Double team. Throws it away into the hands of Gracie Smith. 3-on-2. Smith puts it home in transition. That's one thing the Panthers can do. If they get those takeaways, they can get out and run. They almost got another takeaway with Hurst. As we're down to 28 seconds. Huntington North with just one field goal here in the first quarter. And it's going to be a foul on the Panthers. Gracie Smith looks like she's going to be called for it.
Gracie Smith, her first.
It's officially the 7th team foul for Snyder. 7 fouls already on the Panthers. And Lucy Reich's going to go to the line with 23 seconds left here in quarter number 1. First one drops. It's been a long scoring drought for the Vikings. Lucy Reich finally on the board. It was all Riley Wilson up until that point who had done all the scoring for Huntington North. Second one goes. Snyder can hold for the final shot. There's 18 seconds left before we go into the second quarter. Carter, the floater in the paint. She got it. Mackenzie Carter's feeling it. She's already got 10 points. Seems like she's improved her game quite a bit since the offseason. 17-6, the Snyder Panthers on top of the Huntington North Vikings. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, one thing we do need to adjust is the fact that we've got 12 fouls total listed on our scoreboard, or I did at the break there. So they do change they do reset the fouls, the team fouls, at the end of each quarter. So each team starts the second quarter with 0 team fouls. Now, of course, the personal fouls carry over. Ruby Grogg, who has 4 of the 6 points for Huntington North, has 2 fouls. So those 2 fouls remain to her credit. Excuse me, it's Riley Wilson who has 4 points for Huntington North. They try to feed it inside. That's White, and we're going to get a foul on the inside. Looks like that's going to go on the Vikings.
Fouls on number 14, Ruby Grogg, her third, team's first of the quarter.
Ruby Grogg called for the foul. That's already her third, so Grogg is going to head to the bench. And Addie Richardson will re-enter. Now, Richardson has 2 fouls as well. Tough catch, but an offensive board. Good as an offensive board. Maddie White puts it in off the loose ball. Maddie White with 6 points off the bench. She's the third leading scorer on this Snyder team. I think Reggie Tharp was telling Miley Hurst to get her hands up. They barely worked the ball over to Ellett. Or check that. That might have actually been Ella Doyle. A little miscommunication on that pass, but wide open is Lucy Reich, and she puts it in. Her first field goal of the game.
Lucy Reich for 2.
Carter around the screen. Hurst on the drive, through traffic, off glass and in. How did she get that to fall? Miley Hurst, surrounded by black shirts, flipped it in off the glass. That's Hurst's first make from the field. A shot fake by Kendall DeHaven. Reich with a pull-up, and it crawls in.
2 more for number 10, Lucy Wright.
Lucy Reich with 6 points so far in this ballgame. Hurst will send it outside to Smith. Roth with the extra pass. Carter for 3, and she's got it. And that's going to prompt a timeout from head coach Gary Andrews. While they take a timeout, we will take a look at this latest replay. Our replays are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. In fact, we got a couple of replays worth showing to you. This was Miley Hurst driving through all sorts of traffic. And when you're 5'1", everybody towers over you, but Hurst has a quick motor, and she got past those 2 defenders and flipped it in off the glass. That was not an easy shot, even though she had gotten by the defenders. It's because she chucked it hard off the glass. That's what makes it such a difficult shot. But here's Mackenzie Carter, who now has 3 triples in the ball game. This one off an extra pass. Now you see the shooting motion of Mackenzie Carter. As I recall, that was something she would do last year. She kind of pulls the ball down right about chin level and shoots it from about chin level, which, you know, as a kid, you might have done that, and maybe some of you kids out there are doing that right now, but typically at the high school level, you'll see kids bring the ball up to right about forehead level just to keep the ball away from the defender when they get the shot off. You know, those defenders are coming in, getting their hands up, trying to defend the shot, trying to affect the shot, block the shot if they can. So you'll see shooters get the ball up about forehead level to take the shot, even above forehead level. With Carter, she shoots at about shin level, but she's hit 3 triples already today. The feed inside. Tough shot. Roth defending, but the basket goes. DeHaven knocks it down. Smith, or check that, Robinson. Brooklyn Robinson had it at the top of the key. Miley Hurst driving into the paint, puts it in. What a drive. Miley Hurst. Miley Hurst already with 5 points, and the Vikings turn it over right in front of the Snyder bench. Well, Snyder wants to make you turn the ball over, but that one looked more like a self-inflicted turnover on the part of the Vikings. Panthers will take it. Of course, they prefer those kind of turnovers where they force you to turn the ball over. Maddie White, good position, good result. Give her 8 points for the game, and traveling is called on the Vikings. They call it on Addie Richardson. Izzy Eke will check back into the game. She's had a good long rest. She is playing with 2 fouls, and that's largely the reason for the good long rest that she has had. Roth gets it at the top of the key. Now Roth's about 5'9". That 3 ball won't fall. Eke, the offensive board, and out to Hurst. Eke is going to fire a 3. It's short. And DeHaven has the board, but Eke hustling to get the turnover, but can't capitalize. Offensive board, Roth. That's a jump ball. The arrow favors Huntington North. You know, every call is a judgment call, but I thought for sure Roth had that board.
Jump ball, possession Huntington North.
I'll give her an A for effort.
Claire Schaefer re-entering the lineup for the Vikings.
Not just for effort, but for crashing the glass and doing everything right. That was more than just effort. From my vantage point, she had the ball, but now it's Hurst who has the ball. Left-hander, and she's got 2 points on that trip. The Panthers turning it up. Miley Hurst so dangerous with the ball in her hands, but wide open down low is Claire Schaefer. And Claire Schaefer's on the board for the first time for the Vikings. Extra pass, Eke. Thought she might fire that. Hurst not a frequent three-point shooter. She will shoot them from time to time, though. Robinson, tough shot, won't fall. Kept alive, but the Vikings take over. Reich goes to Schaefer. Schaefer with 2 defenders on her, and she draws the foul. Eke and Roth were in the area. We'll see who gets the call. Looks like it's going to be 23, which is Izzy Eke. That's already her third personal, and Reggie Tharp is going to dig into his bench. I believe that's Jada Sims waiting to check in. The first free throw is good for Claire Schaefer.
22, Maddie White. Second lineup.
Our most recent update from Blackhawk Christian was that Eastside had a 10-8 lead over Blackhawk. Second free throw's good. Schaefer's 2 for 2. We know Eastside's got a really good program. We know that Steph Gongaware has built up that Blackhawk Christian program. Did she miss one of those? I thought she got them both. Scoreboard still says 30-15. Roth with the extra pass to Hurst. That one goes below the basket, but the putback is good. Maddie White with the bucket. I'll change my scoreboard just to reflect what's on the scoreboard here. Maddie White's already got 10 points, and that's an offensive foul on Claire Schaefer.
Offensive foul number 34, Claire Schaefer. Her second.
And for Claire Schaefer, it's already her second. Second team foul for the Vikings. And the Panthers take over up 17. Playing in their second home game of the season. Had a little tournament play. I believe that was at McCutcheon, if I'm not mistaken. I know they beat McCutcheon as a part of that tournament. Extra pass to Roth. Panthers will be back home again this Saturday to take on Dwenger. Hurst's three won't fall. Battle for the board is won by the Vikings. And that foul is going to be on Maddie White.
Foul's on number 22, Maddie White, her second, team second.
That's her second. A lot of Panthers have been in foul trouble. I believe that's 9 total fouls by the Panthers. 7 of those came in the first quarter. And Reggie Tharp loves it when his team wins. But he's willing to call his team out when they do something wrong. Miley Hurst is doing a lot right there going after that loose ball. It's a jump ball that results in a possession arrow to Snyder.
Jump ball, possession goes to Snyder.
You don't always see Miley Hurst putting up high point totals, although with 2:47 to go, she does have 7 in this game. Even when that's not the case, she does a lot of things right on the floor. Carter with the offensive rebound off her own miss. They work it around to Brooklyn Robinson. Robinson swings it. That's Hurst. The floater from the free throw line won't fall. Battle for the board. And it's a jump ball. The arrow will give it back to Huntington North.
Jump ball, possession Huntington North.
Snyder shows a little pressure. That's Robinson who comes to the ball handler. That's Reich who's handling for Huntington North. She'll get the screen from DeHaven. Little screen and roll action. DeHaven was calling for it. She had a look down on the block. Corner 3, Reich, air ball. And Robinson with the board. Goes cross court to Miley Hurst. Hurst down the floor, swings it out to Roth. That shot won't fall for Robinson. And it's ripped away by Reich on the inside, and she's fouled.
Foul's on number 2, Brooklyn Robinson.
Brooklyn Robinson called for the foul. That's going to be her third.
Team's third of the quarter.
That's at least 2 Snyder players
For the Vikings, number 20.
who are already up to 3 fouls. Well, Reggie Tharp is going to get Gracie Smith
For the Lady Panthers, Gracie Smith.
into the ball game. Sounds like Abby Lawrence, number 20, has come in for Huntington North. All taken away by Smith off the inbound. Trying to feed Hurst, that's taken away. Jackie Ellett with a takeaway for the Vikings and a whistle and an offensive foul. That's 2 offensive fouls this quarter on the Vikings.
Foul's on number 11, Kendall DeHaven.
Kendall DeHaven called for the foul. We're back to live action here with 1:34 left to go here at Kilmer. High screen, Roth. They get it inside to Roth. Roth drew a double team. That's Carter for three. It will not fall. Almost did. Out off the Vikings. Well, Steve Zimbo, the athletic director's over there, and he's not showing a whole lot of emotion, but I guarantee you he's thinking, hey, that's definitely our ball. We'll take it. And it sure looked from up here like it went off Huntington North. So right call was made, at least from my vantage point. Pull-up jumper, Smith. No good. Roth going for the board. That's a jump ball. He's going to stay with Snyder. Minute 14 left to play. Jaron Matheny telling us that Indiana Tech has just beaten Indiana Wesleyan. Meanwhile, we've got a player down. Izzy Eke is down. Check that. I think that's Maddie White who's down. Reggie Tharp will check on her, and we'll have an injury timeout.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, not good news here. Maddie White is being helped off the floor. Even Reggie Tharp has to help her off. And right now it's taken, looks like 3 people to get her off the floor. Lauren Waterman's the athletic trainer. I did not see her over there. They already do not have Janaea Cooper for this game. Reggie Tharp's got to get back over to the bench. Reggie Tharp, the former Concordia cadet, back in his playing days. Miley Hurst, wide open, going to take that three, but it won't go. Carter's hit a few. She'll pass this one off to Gracie Smith, and Smith hits the triple, and Snyder's up by 20. Gracie Smith now with 5 points in the ball game. Vikings trying to answer. That won't fall. It's Hurst coming down the floor. Carter uses the baseline. Couldn't finish. Offensive board back outside. Smith fakes the three. Sims, the spin move, but couldn't finish. That was a great move, but it's all for naught. Down to 30 seconds left here in quarter number 2 as Wilson has it go off the hands of DeHaven. Sims diving to the deck, finds Hurst. Hurst down the baseline, goes for the reverse. That won't fall. Roth back outside. Carter got it. Little teardrop. Gary Andrews is upset about something over there on the Huntington North sideline. Either he thought there should have been a foul or maybe that there should have been 3 seconds in the lane called. There's some Panthers in the paint for a long time. The reason for the delay here is that Lucy Reich was just tying her shoe before she inbounds the basketball. But a 25-point lead for the Panthers as they just get it in to Jackie Ellett. Vikings have 6 seconds. They can get a shot off here. Reich going to go for a deep three, and that's an air ball. And that went out with time still on the clock. Right now the clock still shows 1.1 second. Carter will roll it in. And now Hurst is going to have to pick it up, and she's not going to get it off. But Snyder does lead it by 22 points. A little defensive explosion for the Panthers. It kind of started late in the first quarter and continued into the second. 37-15 the score, and we will get a few words in from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we're able to do all the games that we do on SummitCitySports.com. That includes Jolly Law Firm. They're the area's best criminal defense firm, helping to defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Halftime here at Kilmer Court, it's the Snyder Panthers with a 37-15 lead over the visitors from Huntington North. We're back after a minute and 10 seconds. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, Snyder has a 37-15 lead. They really turned things up, especially on the defensive end there in the second quarter rather. You saw a lot more of the pressure and the turnovers that Snyder is so well known for forcing on the defensive side, and that really affected Huntington North and led to this 37-15 lead that Snyder is on. Bad news, however, Maddie White had to be helped off the floor. She had to be helped off by 3 different people. If Lauren Waterman, the trainer, was one of those people, I couldn't tell. She'd have been on the opposite side of where Maddie was from where I am. I know Reggie Tharp had to help her off the court and then had to run back to the bench as he helped her toward the locker room. So keep Maddie in our thoughts and prayers. And again, Janaea Cooper is not playing tonight. She hasn't played for a whole half. She's leading scorer for these Lady Panthers. Try to find out what's going on there, at least before Saturday's game. I may not find out tonight what's going on there. However, I will be back here on Saturday as the Panthers take on Bishop Dwenger in their conference opener. So hopefully Janaea's okay, and hopefully Maddie ends up being okay. We'll see what happens there. In the meantime, I do have some first-half scoring leaders, unofficial scoring leaders, I might add. First, got to get some words in from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we get to do all the games that we do on SummitCitySports.com. That includes TJW Industrial. They're specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit TJWindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And I'd be remiss if I left this one out. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Well, I do have the first half scoring leaders, and again, I will point out these are unofficial, but I do try to keep score of every game that I broadcast, so I'll try to give you the scoring leaders right here for you. Lucy Reich on the game. I've got her for 6 points. I've got Riley Wilson for 4, Claire Schaefer for 4, and Kendall DeHaven for 2. Again, those are unofficial, but those are the scoring leaders so far for the Huntington North Vikings. For the Snyder Panthers, Mackenzie Carter with 13, Maddie White, presumably in the locker room right now. Well, definitely in the locker room right now. The rest of her team's in there as well. But Maddie White had 10 points before she had to exit the game. Miley Hurst with 7, Gracie Smith with 5. Those are the scoring leaders in this first half. We got about just under 5 minutes left until the first half gets done. We will be back in 30 seconds after this word from the folks at Parkview Sports Medicine and their sports therapist, Sean Corcoran.
From the PSM Sports Therapy, and I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.
37-15, Snyder on top of Huntington North here at Kilmer Court. Got some games to update you on. Snyder's getting everything they can, Northrop is getting everything they can handle from the Warsaw Tigers. I'm going to put that update on hold because bad news just got worse. Maddie White is on crutches, and that's her coming into the corner of your screen and exiting the corner of your screen, but she is on crutches coming out of the locker room. So her night is done. I think we can go ahead and say she's not going to be able to play on Saturday in Snyder's next game against the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And who knows, it may be a month before she's able to play again. I don't know exactly what's ailing her, but the fact that she's on crutches, pretty good indication that she's not going to play anytime in the next month or maybe even in the next 2 months. Hopefully she can get back on the court at some point this season. So again, keep Maddie White in your thoughts and prayers. Like I said, Northrop's getting all they can handle from Warsaw. Tigers are up 36-22 over there at David E. Riley Court. Northrop will have their conference home opener this coming Friday against Concordia. That's a team that beat them last year on the road. Northrop's got a whole nother half to play against Warsaw, but they're down big, down 14 in the second quarter. Warsaw's got a really good team, but they came in here and Snyder was able to give them a good ball game, even though the Tigers ended up coming away with a win. Northrop's got plenty of talented athletes on their roster, but so does Warsaw. Another update for you. Belmont all over Concordia, 20-2 as they're in the second quarter. That's a Lady Braves team that just won the Northeast 8 Conference last year. They've been good under head coach Andy Heim for quite a long time, and they figure to be really good again for the remainder of this season. Looking good so far against the Concordia Cadets. And meanwhile, Eastside has extended their lead against Blackhawk Christian. They're now up 30-16 over there at Mark Davidson Court. Joe Northern's on the call over there at Davidson Court. It's Blackhawk Christian trying to compete with one of the better teams in the area. Eastside building up a really good program under head coach Mike Lordy. Blackhawk Christian's had some success under head coach Steph Gongaware, 3 sectional championships. Had a chance to get another one last year against Fremont, but Fremont ended up knocking them off over at Bethany Christian in that sectional final. We got just under 2 minutes left before we get the second half underway. We'll be back after this break. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
37-15 in favor of the Snyder Panthers here at Kilmer Court. Do have at least one replay I can show you, and this was Mackenzie Carter. Carter averaged just under 2 points a game last year as a freshman. Now as a sophomore, she's averaging over 9 points a game, and she's hit 3 threes, including that corner 3 that you just saw on our Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Like I said, she's hit 3 threes for the game. I'll try to show you some more of her triples here in just a moment. I think I just pulled one up. As Mackenzie Carter, you did see the shot that she takes. She kind of just brings the ball about chin high before she shoots it. Of course, when you got a lot of space, you can do that. Of course, Miley Hurst is also having a great game. She's playing with a lot of speed, playing great defense, driving to the basket and scoring. She's 5'1", but she plays with a quick motor. She doesn't always score in high totals. Tonight she does have 7, though, as we go into the second half. Huntington North starts the second half with the basketball as Addie Richardson will inbound. The feed inside, and that's too tall for Claire Schaefer, and the Panthers will take over. Just 6 seconds into the second half. Eastside and Blackhawk Christian have started their second half. Eastside still up 32-18 over there. That's not too far from where we are. Tall pass, but Smith's able to corral it. Little 1-2-2 three-quarters court press by the Vikings. That's a tough catch by Smith, and she's somehow able to avoid a travel. Hurst gets around the double team, and that is kicked. No kick ball is called. However, it is picked up by Lucy Reich. Blocked on the inside. Jada Sims got her hands up. And I think Roth might have too. Carter on the drive to the basket, puts it in. Great take by Mackenzie Carter.
2-point bucket, number 11, Mackenzie Carter.
15 points for Carter already in this ball game. She had 10 at the end of the first quarter. Richardson swings it over. Grugg has to kick it back outside. That's Rudy Grugg. She's going to fire the three, and it's no good. Battle for the board. The Panthers come away with it. That is Carter who gets the board for the Panthers. Roth cut up down the baseline. She turns it over. Addie Richardson gets by Carter and scores with the left hand.
2-point bucket, number 21, Addie Richardson.
Across the timeline, they go back to Hurst. Hurst against that 1-2-2 zone. Knocked away. They're going to say off the Vikings. Riley Wilson apparently touched it last. Sims had just enough space, fed Roth, and she had it blocked. Rudy Grugg with the block shot. Grugg kicks it outside. That's Richardson. Richardson loses it into the hands of Hurst. And you don't want to lose the ball when Miley Hurst is around. Good feed. Off the glass and in. Jada Sims.
2-point bucket, number 30, Jada Sims.
As I have it, Sims is now on the board for the first time, I believe. And yes, that is correct as I check the scoreboard. Corner three, Grogg. Can't hit it. That's Hurst with the board for Snyder. And there goes Hurst, quick down the floor to her left. Did she travel? Yes, she did. .508 to go here in quarter number three as the Vikings look to work their way back into this game. They got a long way to go to do that. That's Grogg for three. No good. And Sims, like she shuffled her feet after the rebound. They don't call traveling, though. Carter, the left hand, short. Sims, the offensive board, and puts it back. Jada Sims working hard on the glass.
Number 30, Jada Sims.
Now, that's good to see if you're a Snyder fan, considering that Maddie White is out of this game and probably out for the foreseeable future. As Lucy Reich spins in. DeHaven for three. That's no good. Carter with the board. Defender falls down. Is that Reich? I think that is Reich. She's back up on her feet. That's the good news. More good news for Snyder as Gracie Smith hits the wing three. That's Smith's second three ball of the game. Foul is called. Wilson's shot won't crawl home, but she'll go to the line. I do have to reset my fouls here. It's now down to one team foul against Snyder. None so far against Huntington North. 4:10 left to go here in quarter number three.
To number 12, Riley Wilson.
Riley Wilson will go to the line for Huntington North. And she's able to rattle home free throw number one.
Entering the lineup for the Snyder, number 23, Izzy Eki. Entering the lineup.
Izzy Eki will check into the ball game for Snyder.
Number 34, Claire Schaefer, and number 5.
Claire Schaefer checks in for the Vikings. Second one comes up short, and Eki pulls down the rebound for the Panthers. Well, obviously, Snyder doesn't want to lose to a team like Warsaw. That happened earlier this year, but they did play them close. So you wonder after a game like that, are we going to see the same kind of competitive Snyder Panthers that's capable of beating really good competition that we've seen in recent years? The Panthers turned it over here, but Smith with a little pickpocket. Excuse me, Hurst with the pickpocket. Miley Hurst has been doing that kind of stuff all through her high school career, even when she was coming off the bench late in games as a freshman. Good feed inside. Carter puts it home. That's 17 points for Mackenzie Carter. Nearly stolen. They just get into the hands of Jackie Ellett. That ball was kicked. It's going to be a kick ball on the Panthers. Mackenzie Carter as it go off her toes. Interesting note that Destiny Jackson is an assistant coach here at Snyder nowadays. Destiny started her high school career at Northrop before transferring to Snyder for her senior season. That was Akilah Sims' first year as head coach. 3-ball is good for Lucy Reich.
3-point bucket is good, number 10, Lucy Reich.
I believe it was Coach Sims' second year as head coach that Reggie Tharp came on as an assistant coach, and she got a college coaching job, and Tharp took over. That's Ecke for 3 from the corner. Izzy Ecke on the board for the first time in this game as we come up to 2:32 left. Wilson loses the ball. Ecke gets to it. 3-on-1. Foul is called, and Ecke goes to the line.
Foul on number 10, Lucy Wright.
Lucy Wright going to be called for that foul, and Izzy Ecke will go to the stripe. And Ecke able to knock down that first one.
Number 14, Ruby Grob. Yes. And number 12.
I thought she made it. They have not changed it on the scoreboard here. There they go. Second one, no good. Clearly short. And ripped away by Reich. Reich on the drive. That's a foul. They'll call it before the shot. Ruby Grog took the shot.
Fouls on number 30, Jada Sims.
Jada Sims called for the foul. Inbound to Grog. Schaefer for 3, and that's off the backboard. No good. Here comes Miley Hurst, quick down the floor. The lob inside. Ecke short. Offensive board. Sims, and she walked. She never kept a pivot foot that time. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Huntington North will call a timeout. While they take a timeout, we will also take a timeout. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Court from the PSM Sports Therapy, and I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.
I got a couple of updates for you. Belmont is now up 35-3 over Concordia. That is a big-time blowout going on. Oh, Belmont won the Northeast State Conference last year. Who knows, they might win more than that this year with a performance like that. Double team comes. Swing over to Riley Wilson. Tipped in the air by Ecke. They go back outside, and I think that's Ella Doyle. I could be wrong. There is not a 2 on the roster, unless it's a JV player, perhaps Tatum McCourt. Robinson the feed to the corner. That's Ecke. She'll go outside to Miley Hurst. Gracie Smith for three. Short. Hurst trying to chase it down. It's ripped away by McCourt, and we're going to get a foul on the Panthers.
Fouls on number 1, Miley Hurst. Her second, team's third.
And last I checked, Warsaw and Northrop were at halftime. In fact, they were at halftime just a moment ago. Warsaw's got the lead 38-24 in that one. McCourt will feed that one over. The feed inside to Doyle. She draws Sims, and Doyle's able to score right over Sims.
2 points. Number 34, Claire Schaefer.
That three ball goes long, an air ball into the hands of McCourt. Tatum McCourt going quick, looking for Schaefer, out of bounds. Touched last by Snyder. It'll stay with Huntington North.
Number 32, Claire Rock, entering the lineup for the Lady Panthers.
Claire Roth will come in for Snyder. Snyder's going to play Dwenger on Saturday, and that Dwenger team is a very resilient bunch. Nice save there by Hurst. Gracie Smith with a shot fake. And they try to get it to Roth. They say that the Vikings touched it last. And the Panthers will hold on to the basketball. .6 left here in quarter number 3. Roth comes open in the paint, and she traveled. She caught the ball and took a little hop step with both feet. Riley Wilson swings that one over to McCourt. McCourt gets it up top. And that's stolen away by Ecke. 15 seconds. Ecke, 3-on-2, finds Hurst, and was she fouled? She was. They're going to call it on the floor.
Foul on number 12 on the floor, Riley Wilson.
Riley Wilson called for the foul. That'd be the second team foul against Huntington North this quarter. Inbound to Roth. Clock is not running. Now it is. Ecke for three. No. Out of bounds, off the Panthers. 7.7 left to go. Inbound goes to Riley Wilson. Wilson going quick, getting past Hurst. And she finds Schaefer wide open right before the buzzer. And the fact that she got around Hurst is pretty remarkable. We've got 1 quarter left to play here at Kilmer Court. We're back after this break on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth. We in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bad. Oh God. Let her cook. All this talk.
52-25. Snyder on top of Huntington North as we go to the fourth quarter. That tournament I talked about that Snyder was in, I believe was actually at Lake Central, if I'm not mistaken. Izzy Ecke gets inside, and the Panthers go up by 29.
2 points left. Number 23 is the
Izzy Ecke and the Panthers will take on the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Ecke played at Dwenger last year. That pass goes a little bit tall and poked away from behind. Did Hurst help cause that? All the way to the basket, meanwhile, Smith couldn't finish. Little shot fake. Grog. Cross-court pass. That's stolen away by Robinson, and she gets fouled. Fouls on the floor. And I think that's going to be on the Vikings. Or is it? It's going to be on the Panthers.
Number 2,
Brooklyn Robinson called for the foul. Right through the hands of Hurst. That jumper goes. Ruby Grog from just inside the three-point line. Right back on the other end, the jumper rattles in for Brooklyn Robinson. McCourt feeds it over, and Schaefer's fouled. Gracie Smith called for the foul. That's the second team foul against the Panthers here in quarter number 4. And Claire Schaefer will go to the free throw line for Huntington North. Comes up short on the first one.
Number 11, Mackenzie Carter.
Mackenzie Carter will check in.
For the Panthers, number 5, Jackie Ellis, entering the lineup for the Huntington North Lady Vikings.
Schaefer 0 for 2 as Ecke grabs the rebound for Snyder. Hurst will slow it down as the Panthers get the ball across the timeline, and Huntington North sets up in their defense, but Robinson's 3 won't fall. Jackie Ellett with it for Huntington North. Loose ball. Hurst comes up with it. And Miley Hurst going quick down the floor like she always does. She's fouled on the no, jump ball. And the possession arrow gives it to the Vikings. I thought for sure they would call a foul there.
Number 11, Kendall Behaven.
Timeout called by Huntington North. They've only got 2 left, so while they take a timeout, we will also take one here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
A 29-point lead for the Snyder Panthers over the Huntington North Vikings. Huntington North's next game will be this Saturday as they take on Oak Hill on the road, and they'll be on the road a week from tonight taking on the Carroll Chargers. Little spin move on the inside. That shot won't fall. Ecke has the board for Snyder. And here come the Panthers. And now Ecke travels on the other side of the floor, and Reggie Tharp's going to dig into his bench. Jada Sims will come back in off the bench, and Maya Jackson, a sophomore, will check in. Again, Snyder plays Dwenger this coming Saturday. That'll be about a 7:30 start time right here at Kilmer Court. No, at least one key piece will be missing for Snyder. Can assume that Maddie White will not be there because she was on crutches coming out of the locker room at halftime. This ball's knocked away, but recovered again by McCourt. That's a deep 3. It's good! Lucy Reich from downtown. A catch-and-shoot 3. That's Carter. Couldn't hit it. Comes down to Ellett, and Ellett dives to the deck. Swatted away, but recovered by McCourt. Grog from the corner. Her 3 won't fall. Maya Jackson with the board. Goes backwards to Carter. Largest lead for the game has been 31 points for Snyder, but the Panthers turn it over here, coming up on 5 minutes to play. Crossover dribble. Reich on the drive. Through the paint, and she finds Grog. Rudy Grog for the bucket.
Number 14, Rudy Grog for 2.
Wide open is Jackson. She's got a defender in close, but giving her enough space. That shot was blocked. Robinson went up with it. She's able to recover. Sims, did she travel? No, it's a jump ball. The arrow keeps it with Snyder.
Number 20, Alana Shaw. And then the Lady Panthers, number 12, Riley Wilson in the lineup. For the Lady Vikings.
A wide open. Eki for 3. Got it. Check that. That's not Eki. That's Dorian Nieves, the freshman. Blocked on the inside. That's going to be blocked by Jada Sims. I think the ball's going to stay with Snyder. Dorian Nieves, the freshman, well, she competed in the Always 100 Spring Elite Showcase back in March. That's a good feed on the inside, but Grog couldn't hit it. Her dad had a pretty good quote from that tournament. We had Keith Edmonds down floor level. He was interviewing players, interviewing former high school players. At that point recently, players who had recently finished their high school basketball careers, like Brooke Winchester from Warsaw, that is, and Addie Baxter from Columbia City. Interviewed Dorian Nieves' father, and I forget what exactly the question was, but whatever the question was, her dad's answer was something along the lines of, I just let Big Reg do his thing, referring to head coach Reggie Tharp, and I thought that was the quote of the day. Mackenzie Carter, the takeaway, feeds it up the floor. That's blocked. Carter with the putback. I think Keith's over at Northrop right now calling the Warsaw-Northrop game with Tim Atkinson. Well, cross-court pass. Schaefer couldn't finish, but she gets her own miss. Did she walk? Yes, she did. Just shuffled the feet after she got the rebound. And last I saw, it was a 14-point lead for the Lady Tigers. They're going to be tough to beat for a lot of folks. And Northrop, they're a team with talent, lots of it. They did get a big win against Belmont last season. A back-and-forth game. Of course, Belmont is having a great year. They had a great year last year. But then you had teams like Columbia City and Homestead come into Northrop and absolutely blow out the Bruins. It's still a double-digit game with Warsaw now leading 45-30. There's a lot of orange in the gym over at Chef Gymnasium tonight. Of course, Warsaw has the colors orange and black, and Northrop, technically their colors are orange and brown, but I think you can throw black into that mix because at least the football team's been wearing black lately. They wore black in the home playoff game against the Snyder Panthers just about a week and a half ago. Not sure what the delay is. Right now there's 3 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. Are they checking on the time? Officials are discussing with the folks at the scorer's table. While they try to sort this out, we'll take a little 30-second break.
Court from the PSM Sports Therapy. I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before.
We're going to have to come back because it looks like they're back to live action. Gracie Smith trying to protect the basketball. She ultimately is able to, and she finds Nieves. Nieves wide open. She's hit 1 3 already, make it 2. And she draws a roar from this Panther crowd. And that roar will get even louder as the Vikings turn it over. Dorian Nieves, the freshman off the bench, comes up with a big-time triple. And she had a great look. Got to her spot on the floor, and she was wide open. She's able to knock it down. Well, if she wants to work her way into the starting lineup, I'm not saying that will happen. I'm not saying how soon it will happen. But she made a good case for herself on those two made threes. Double dribble on Gracie Smith. .3:11 to go here at Kilmer. Well, we've either got a timeout or a technical foul. It's got to be a technical. Nobody's going to the bench. It's a technical. Reaching over the line. It's on Maya Jackson of the Snyder Panthers, so Lucy Reich is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. 2 shots on the ball for the Vikings. I'm only skimming through the replay here, but I think she might have just stepped over the line with her right foot. Yeah, this is going to be Huntington North ball. Wright got the 2 free throws. Yeah, I think she just stepped over the line with her right foot, and that drew the technical. That's a triple team down on the baseline. Abby Lawrence has it blocked. Jada Sims swats it away. And Jada Sims, you would think, is going to be a key piece on this roster, especially if Maddie White ends up being out for an extended time. And I would guess, and I think I have good reason to guess, that she's going to be out on Saturday against Dwenger and probably out the rest of the month. I say that because she was on crutches at halftime. That shot won't crawl home. Again, Janaea Cooper not playing tonight. I don't have any word on exactly why that is. Hope to find out before Saturday, because I will be here for Snyder and their home game against Bishop Dwenger on Saturday. They work the ball around to Maya Jackson. And obviously it takes a team effort to compete in basketball, but the way that Maddie White has started the season, you want her on the floor. Obviously that's not going to be the case certainly on Saturday, probably for the rest of the month. I don't know that for certain, but she's probably going to be out the rest of the month. That's a nice drive by Maya Jackson to the basket. You certainly want to have Janaea Cooper on the floor. Dynamic scorer, especially last year as a freshman. Reich off the glass, too strong. That's Robinson coming the other way. Cross-court pass. Nieves wasn't ready for it. Wish our best to whoever's PA announcing, because she sounded like she had a frog in her throat. And apparently it hasn't gone away. McCourt swings it over to the wing. That's Haley Doyle. She goes outside to Ella Doyle. Turnaround shot, Lawrence. That's too strong. And that's Sims with the board. Sims 5'10". Listed as a small forward, but for girls basketball, she's got the size that you might see down in the paint. Minute 15 left to go as it looks like Snyder's going to move to 2-2 in the regular season. Again, their next game is against Bishop Dwenger. Huntington North goes on the road to play Oak Hill. Huntington North won't have a home game until November 21st. That's the Friday before Thanksgiving. Friday before Thanksgiving, that is. Sims, the offensive board, loses the ball, and it's taken away by the Vikings, but they lose it out of bounds. Goes right in front of Reggie Tharp. I think it actually went through one of the chairs, or under the chairs, but Tharp was pretty close to it. That's Alana Shaw who hits a three. Alana Shaw draws a roar from the crowd. Well, that will make it a running clock, even though we're already in the final minute. A catch and shoot from the wing. That three won't fall. Out of bounds. Nope, not quite. It was saved, but into Jada Sims' hands. "12 seconds left in this game." Well, Snyder saw their bench get a little thinner. They already didn't have Janaea Cooper at the start of this game. Maddie White went out of the game. Was on crutches at halftime, so you know she's going to be out for Friday's game. And I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be one, but I imagine she's probably going to be out come Friday when come Saturday when Snyder takes on Bishop Dwenger for their conference opener. But Snyder does get the win tonight to improve their overall record to 2-2 on the season. And again, that next game will be against Bishop Dwenger this Saturday. We will have it for you on Summit City Sports. In fact, I will be right back here. Gavin Wart will be joining me on camera. And we hope to bring you a fun night of basketball this coming Saturday, and we also hope to bring you a fun night of basketball this coming Friday. But it's a fun night of basketball tonight for the Snyder Panthers as they win 69-34 over the Huntington North Vikings. It's time to award our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game, and that player is going to be Mackenzie Carter tonight with her 19 points. She hit 3 threes in the ballgame. Mackenzie Carter, your Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. And that's going to do it from Kilmer Court. The Panthers beat the Vikings 69-34. For my cameraman Oscar Harrison, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Kilmer. You've been watching high school basketball on Summit City Sports, and now you can tune in for the finish of Warsaw versus Northrop. That has Warsaw leading now by 21 over Northrop. But here it's Snyder who wins 69-34 over Huntington North. Good night, everybody.
Court from the PSM Sports Therapy. I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.